A high school girl in Michigan was cyberbullied for more than a year.
And who turned out to be the suspect shocked everyone.
In the close-knit community of Beale City, Michigan, where everyone knows everyone, two 13-year-olds became the target of something beyond malicious gossip. They were known as the Golden Couple, Lauryn and her childhood friend-turned-boyfriend, Owen McKenney. But their idyllic bond would soon be shattered by a barrage of shocking, anonymous texts.
It was so bad to the point where I didn't want to even go to school anymore.
It began in October 2020. A single text. "Hi, Lauryn, Owen is breaking up with you." A cruel joke, or so they thought. Then silence. Months passed, and just when they thought it had ended, it came back, relentless. 40 to 50 messages a day. Messages that hurt and knew too much. Lauryn's nickname, what she was wearing, whispered secrets from their classes.
"We will win. I promise you. Owen doesn't like you. He doesn't love you."
As friends and peers were swept into suspicion, their quiet lives tumbled. A friend named Chloe even became a suspect, burdened by false identity assumptions.
Owen said something to me first, "Are you doing this?" And something like that. I was just like, no. After a while, I kept getting asked more and more, because after I got asked once, it really just all started to look more and more like me.
The entire small town began to fracture under the weight of the unseen attacker. Local police, the school, even the FBI were drawn into the case. Clues, phone forensics, body cam footage. A digital whodunit unfolded, and just when you think you can place a finger on the culprit, the documentary pivots. Then comes the twist that freezes you on the screen.
I found one phone number that kept coming up being connected to that IP address at the time these messages were sent. And the phone number was Lauryn's mom, Kendra.
The stalker wasn't a peer, not a stranger. It was Lauryn's own mother, Kendra Licari. The revelation unfolds in chilling tension. Cameras capture Lauryn's disbelief, the father's raw fury, and the mother's crumbling composure. Kendra admitted it almost immediately, deceit extending beyond texts, job lies, financial anxieties, and personal trauma layered beneath the cruelty.
Is there an infatuation there with Owen?
No, nothing like that.
Okay.
The first ones didn't start, with me.
Okay.
I will say that. Those ones were, random or whatever.
So somebody else started those, you don't know?
But then I, fed off of it some.
You can't help but ask, how could a mother do this to her own daughter? The texts weren't just mean, they were grotesque, urging self-harm, laced in body shaming, degrading.
"Finish yourself, or we will."
But what rattled audiences most wasn't just what Kendra did, it was how Lauryn reacted. When the truth was revealed, there was no explosion of anger, no shouting, no storming off. Instead, Lauryn sat silently. She even let her mom hold her hand, let her hug her. For viewers, it was almost unbearable. How could a girl who was told to unalive herself by her own mother not be angry?
I think the shock feeling turned into sad, which turned into mad, which turned into crazy. I don't even know how to describe the feeling. Why would my mom do this? But did she really actually do this? I can't believe it, honestly. I was just really confused.
Psychologists call this emotional numbing, a coping mechanism when trauma becomes too overwhelming to process. For Lauryn, rejecting her mother in that moment would have felt like rejecting her entire childhood. Children are wired to cling to their parents. Love and betrayal sit side by side, and sometimes silence is the only way the brain can handle it. In interviews, Lauryn admitted she even missed her mom when Kendra went to prison. That's not forgiveness in the way we think of it. It's the tangled trauma bond of a child and parent. It's confusing and painful, and it makes the story far more chilling than if she had simply screamed and walked away.
Not having the relationship with my mom, I just don't feel like myself. I feel like I really need her in my life.
Do you think people judge you for missing your mom?
I think some people might have their own opinions on it. But honestly, I don't really care.
Also, can we talk about how badly the police officer broke the news to Lauryn? That might actually explain why she seemed so disconnected and didn't react much in the moment. The way he told her was super vague. He didn't clearly say, "Your mom has been the one sending you these explicit, abusive messages for months." Instead, he kind of downplayed it, like Kendra just somehow got involved or made a mistake. He wasn't direct or honest enough about the seriousness of what happened. Honestly, that kind of soft delivery could totally leave someone confused or emotionally shut down. Lauryn might not have even fully understood what he was saying in that moment. Kendra's reason for what she did is confusing. She talks about her own past trauma, saying it reminded her of Lauryn at that same age, and how she felt like her daughter was growing up too fast. She had a twisted need to stay close to Lauryn. The director, Skye Borgman, even brings up the idea that Kendra may have acted like a parent with Munchausen syndrome by proxy, hurting her child just to keep her close, but in a digital way. Still, Borgman makes it clear that real life isn't so simple. People aren't just easy to label. Life is messy, personal, and full of complicated emotions.
A lot of it really was previous trauma starting to resurface that I didn't know how to handle. And as my daughter was hitting those teenage years, I got scared. But also at the same time, wanting to protect her. I wanted to try to control the outcome of her journey.
The legal process moved quickly. Kendra was arrested in 2022, and by 2023 she had pleaded guilty to stalking and was sentenced to prison. She was released on parole in August 2024, but is still living under strict supervision and will remain monitored until at least early 2026. Meanwhile, Lauryn's father, Sean, was given full custody of their daughter and was granted a divorce from Kendra. Unknown number. The High School Catfish isn't just a true crime story. It's a chilling lesson about trust-broken, online bullying, and hidden family secrets coming out in our digital world. It makes us wonder, how well do we really know the people closest to us? How can we protect our kids when everything happens behind glowing screens? The film is gripping, slick in style, deep in emotion. The text voice overlay makes every hurtful message feel haunting and sharp, and puts you right in the teen's shoes trying to piece things together. But then it hits you with the gut-punch reality. The texts came from Lauryn's mom. Yes, it's disturbing and shakes how we think about parental love, but the documentary also shows something rare. There's still a chance for forgiveness. Lauryn's determination to heal, to question what happened, and to rebuild feels deeply mature and inspiring. Not many would be able to do that. What do you think of this documentary? I'm left with so many questions. How do you hurt your own child so cruelly? How could Lauryn and her dad live in the same house and not sense something was off? Didn't Kendra's behavior or mood changes tip them off in any way? Could Lauryn have had any inkling? Was this maybe a twisted way for Kendra to gain her daughter's attention? I'm honestly confused. What do you all think? Let's talk in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn your post notifications on so you get notified when I post new videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.